Derek Dumas here, and you clicked on this because your Twitch stream's picking up and you want to make a little bit more professional border, kind of like this one. I'm going to show you how to do it in this tutorial. So I'm guessing that you already know how to go ahead and hit display capture and capture the whole display. And you're usually met with a screen like this. And same thing with the video capture. We'll call it camera. Oh, hello. So now that we have this, we're going to have to go ahead and arrange a couple things. Alright. I see a lot of streams where they put, a couple things here, maybe an icon up top. You want something a little bit more professional looking. So the first thing you want to do is create your layout. We'll do top right hand corner, and we will do maybe make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I guess that could work. Could also put the game here. So I like to have, right up here is where my the top right, or heck, we could flip it around. Main thing is get what you want and where you want it first. This is key. You're gonna need to think ahead of time how you want your setup to look. So we're gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna stick with this actually. This doesn't look too bad. 1, 2. Game here, and then we could have the chat box down here. You want to give yourself a little bit of space. Doesn't have to be, but it's always good to have. Yeah. And then we'll have your chat box down here. Again, it's all about the setup. Once you figure out where you want your setup to be, hit the print screen button. It's usually in the top right hand corner. And then we're going to bring up the almighty paint. Once that's up, we are going to take this and we are going to drag the top right up to about here. And the bottom, we are going to drag to about there. There. Now that's basically what they're going to be seeing on the screen. I'm going to be saving all this on the desktop. File, save as, desktop, and we'll call this soon temp. Now that we have that, what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of these. One and two. Looks like somebody just kicked my puppy. Alright, I'll have this say rust, and then down here we will have an option for the chat box. Alright, file, save, and this is temp.png. Now you're gonna, oh, we still got this kicking around. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and okay, temp.png. We are going to open this, exit out, X to delete, Shift and A, plane, and I'm gonna hit 7 on the numerical keypad to bring myself up directly looking down, and we're gonna make a new material. Actually, let's use the existing material, and we're gonna click on base color, image texture. And we're going to open it up underneath desktop, soon temp, Z to view it in our material preview, and we're going to rotate it along the Z axis 90, 90. No, that can't be right. Oh, that is right. Okay. That's right, because it's all squished. We're going to hit S, to scale it, and we're going to hit X. And we're going to scale it along the X axis, but by 2. And we're going to scale it along the Y axis by 1.5. That should give us the basic view for our screen here. Now that we have that, we're going to have to take out some stuff here. But before we do, let's hit Tab, and we're going to hit Control and R. And I'm going to bring that to that like that, and we're going to hit Control R on this one. And that goes like that. Control R. Control R. Control R. Right click. Control R. There we go. We're going to do another one. And as you can see here, we're just basically taking out what we need to from here. So that looks pretty much it. Then we're going to click on the faces, and holding Shift, we're just going to hit those. X, delete the faces. Not bad. We're now going to subdivide this surface. So hit Tab. Underneath here, we're going to hit Add Modifier, Subdivision Surface. Now, if you want it to be a little, we're going to hit Simple so that it keeps its box shape. And we're going to hit Z and then Wireframe. And with that, what we're going to do, viewport. Okay, so as you can see here, it's gotten a lot more subdivisions in one than it does the other. That can come in handy, other times it might not. So let's bring this back down. Actually, let's just exit out of it completely. And let's hit Control, hit Tab, Control and R. And we'll do 10 here. Right click, Control R, 10 here, and make it 20. Control R, 20. Control R, 20. And then if you go to move it up and down like this, just hit right click after you left clicked it once. Same thing here. Control R, we're going to do 20. Right click. Cool. So this right here, we are going to click. That doesn't look too bad actually. I like that. We're definitely going to want a few down here. We'll do like 5. No, 2. 2 is good. All right. Now with that being done, we're going to hit 0 and F12. So that's basically our border. Notice how it's still flat. Looks good. Now we're going to add our subdivision surface. Add modifier. Once you have all the polygons and everything, or your poly counts up a little bit, you're going to add a lot more. So subdivision surface. And you can keep the rounded edges if you really want to. I don't recommend it because things can get a little bit thrown out of whack. Ooh, hold on a second. F12. Like that. Simplify. F12. There we go. Maybe I will do another tutorial to show you how I got the curved edges and everything. But for right now, I'm just going to show you how to do a nice square one here. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to bring up underneath our viewport a couple times. Ooh. I don't like that. I think we need more here. So exit out, Control R here. I'm doing 5. That way it's universal with that. Alright. Control R. With this we'll do 5, 8, 10, 15, 15, 18. Again, a lot of it's trial and error. 20. There we go. 20 was the magic number with this one. Okay, so now that we have this here, we're going to add our subdivision surface, add modifier, subdivision surface. We're going to hit simple. Son of a baby. I forgot this one. Control R, 10. We'll do 20. Control R, 20. Nope. Half it. 10. And then Control R, we'll just do 1 going right down. Alright. So that actually doesn't look too bad. Let's see what it looks like. Still the same thing. Good. That's what we want. So now we're going to add, well, what do we have for our material? Oh, right. We have literally what we put on there, which isn't a bad thing. That's still good. The base color for ha-has, let's use checkered texture. So hit Z, material preview, rendered, tab. That actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, that's a cool little checkered screen that we can use. Now let's add some details to it. With it, we're going to add, hit tab, subdivision surface, add modifier. Z, wireframe, so you can see the subdivisions build up here. And again, simple. Awesome. Now the higher you go, the higher the quality is going to be on the render itself. This I'm going to have come down. So exit out of this. And we're going to click on our line tool up here. And we're in edit mode. And we're going to hit 1. You're going to hit Control and Shift with that. And you're going to press the end. Then you're going to come down holding Control and Shift. And you're just going to go around the borders. And you're not going to extrude. You're going to press G for grab. And we're going to lock it to the Z axis. And we're going to bring that down. Like so. And add modifier, subdivision surface. Viewport. Oh, simple it. G on the Z. Going up. We're going to bring this down and in. And then same thing for this. Hit this one, Control and Shift all the way over. Hit Shift on that one. Make sure you got your edges right here. Control and Shift all the way up. Control and Shift. There we go. And same thing. Hit G to grab it on the Z axis and bring it down. Alright, let's bring up the geometry a little bit, and we're going to hit 0, F12. So it's starting to get a little bit rounded, and you can see where it's starting to take shape. I hit 7 on the keypad. I'm going to hit A. Z, material preview. Not bad. Hit tab. And right click it, shade smooth. We have that. Let's add a chat box here. So 1. Let's keep it right about there. And go up to here. Ooh. Control Z twice. Hit that. And then Control and Shift. Hit the top one, Control and Shift. And with this, same thing. G on the Z. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Completely wrong. With this one, because we're doing the whole box, you're going to hit the faces. So hit this one, and then we'll come down to this one right about here, holding Shift. Now that we have that one, we're going to hold Control as well, and we're going to come back over here. And that's going to be highlighted, and then come back up over here to this one. And now we have that whole section. And G on the Z. That's not bad. Alright. Let's hit wireframe so we can see how this is viewed out. Not bad. Now, you can either delete that or you can keep it as is. Doesn't really matter. So, with that being done, or said and done, we're going to exit out of this so we get an idea how it looks. Alright, hit A, tab again, Z, solid. And we basically have this now. Hit 7 so that it comes back. And we're going to try to get that as close as possible. Hit Control, Alt, and 0. And then N. View. Lock camera to view. And we're just going to pull this back until we hit the edges. Just a little bit. And we can zoom out. Don't forget, you can always cut it after. Let's go to right about here. Alright, hit F12. See what that looks like. There's one. It's one way of doing it where we got our chat box. You're always going to have a little bit of an overlap, but you can edit that later. Or what you can do is up here underneath your camera. Nope, there we go. Resolution. 1920 by 1080. So instead of 1080, we'll do 1920. Nope. And this is where we get to play with this. We'll do 1500. And we'll zoom in just a smidgen. There we go. You can also move the object as well, up and down. But let's see what this looks like for right now. It's not too bad. It's something. You can always stretch it out for your stream as well. So with that, let's well, before we forget, click on the camera, go down to film and transparent, and then hit F12, and then that'll give you your transparent background. Let's see how this looks like so far. Image, save as, underneath desktop, soon temp. We'll just do temp.png. Save as. Alright, jumping back into this, and we're gonna add a image. Temp. Browse. Underneath desktop. Okay. well, needs a little bit of work. Close. This needs to come down just a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, we're going to have to narrow that down. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do that. So 1920 by 1080 is probably still pretty good. And we'll just pull this back. 7. Control Shift 0. Alright. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. That looks good. F12. Image. Save as. Temp. Save as image. Hit tab. Jump back into this. And let's mess with this a little bit. We should be able to just drag it over. Oh. Okay. So scale filtering. Bingo. Bring that down a little bit. I'm going to bring this up just a smidge. And we'll bring this over. Just like in Blender, it's all about eyeballing it. And this is where your chat text will go. Okay. So now that we know that we have that pretty good. And the more you mess with this, the better you get at it again. Let's see here. So this material, we're going to make a new material. In fact, let's exit out of this material and create a new one. Hit F12. Alright, cool. That actually doesn't look too bad, but let's make it look a little bit better. Around the border, I want it to glow. So let's hit X, hit 0. We're going to zoom in here. Add modifier, subdivision surface, material preview. Hit tab, F12. Let's have this glow around the border. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump down into our materials, and this is material 1. We're going to make a duplicate, material 2. Underneath material 2, base color, and we're going to make this a, nope, instead of principled, underneath your surface, we're going to make it an emission. I like green. I love green. I live and breathe green. And I'm going to make it super bright here. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Okay. So after hitting tab and Z wireframe, let's bring this up to viewport simplify it. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it like that, and we'll just apply this for now. Oh, no, we won't apply this just yet. Cancel. We want our game to go right about here. So, clicking this, we're going to go like that. And Control and Shift, Control and Shift, Control Shift. G on the Z. Bring that down. Hit F12 so we can view this. It's going to be super glowy, which is fine. And we're going to go back into Add Modifier, Subdivision Surface. We'll do 3 subdivision surfaces. That's fine. F12. And now that we have this glow right here, we are going to click. We'll do right around this border. No, we won't. Now I gotta add that's none. We'll go up by 1 and then we'll apply that. Oh, hit tab because it can't be applied in that mode. Hit tab again. There we go. So starting here, let's go into our materials and let's make this whole material 1. We're then going to add another material and we're going to choose the green. So let's hit A. We're going to assign that to that one, and then this green one underneath the selected. Oh, Control Z. We're going to go right here, and then Control and Shift. And we're just going to go right around. Hit holding Shift and not Control, go drop down to the next one, and then hold Control Shift, and then Shift, and go back to Control Shift. And with that, we're going to use Material 2 and Assign. Let's see what this looks like rendered. Hit F12. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. Gets the basic idea of what we want it to go through. Alright. Now, underneath the picture part, we're gonna, right here where it says Render Properties, you're gonna hit Bloom. Let's hit F12 again. So it kind of gives a glow to it. And you can change colors. You can add as many as you pretty much want to. We're gonna put that one there. And then we have a chat box here. And let's subdivide this tab. Add another subdivision surface, just one more. And print screen. Okay, apply. Now with the first one, we're going to go to our other materials, and let's make this look a little bit fancier. With material 1, we're going to edit that, and instead of principled, we'll do glossy, because glossy kind of gives it a glossy look and feel because it's glossy. Now that we have that glossy look, you could probably even do a mixed shader, but you can change the roughness. Let's hit F12, see what it looks like almost. Yeah, that doesn't, that's blah. We'll change the color to purple too. F12. That kind of gives it a cool little look, but I don't like that. We're going to add the roughness up on that. F12. And you just keep messing with it from here. Another thing is, I mean, I can make this rust. I like rust, so add an image texture, open, and we can give it desktop, not prawn, Facebook gaming, and I believe, which one was it? Header? No. Well, gosh darn it. Desktop, not prawn. Underneath, I think it was Facebook gaming. Oh yeah. Header. 1387 header. F12. There we go. Now I have the light up over here, which will really highlight and accentuate the rust symbol. Heck, I can even make this specifically for the rust symbol. But first, before we do that, let's file, image, save as. And we're just going to go back into temp.png, save as image, and we're jumping back in it. Look at that. That is a lot better. Also, with this, let's bring this down just a little bit and bring this over. Alright, so I'm actually going to stretch the end right here over. Because, yeah. So hitting tab, we're going to get a big chunk of this right here. And let's hit 7. And G on the x-axis. Bring that over. And then we'll go into UV editing. A, U, unwrap. Take a second to load. There we go. And we're going to go back into layout. Nice. Alright, so let's hit F12 again. Alright, so we're going to hit 7, 0. Let's jump back into here. And now we're going to hit G and X. And let's bring that right about here. That's not bad. Hit F12. Alright. Image, save as. Once again, temp. And let's jump back into this. And it should load up right away. Not bad. Display capture. And that should give me a little bit more room. Awesome. Now that I have that, I can put the chat box down here. Put your image file if you really want to. Add image. We'll just call it Rust. And I had downloaded previously. You want to find, not prawn, Facebook gaming. I believe this one. I'm just going to drag this down. Might want to find a different symbol for that. Or what you could do is just add something else. You can put your chat down here, your chat header. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting old. Or anything else like that. Again, just fool around with it a little bit. There, that works. Camera. You might need to rearrange the bottom a little bit more or what have you. But you get the basic idea. So with that being said, and this is also a good way to make in-game whatever else you may or may not need. But after you do that, you're ready to go and you can start streaming. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, go from there. A couple other tips and tricks that I can give you is don't forget to unwrap it if it's getting stretched. A couple other things. And don't be afraid to move around your camera a little bit to get a better view. It's basically where you're the most comfortable. But yeah, that's basically it. Enjoy, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.